Hey guys, it's Abby from Make Life the Runway. I accidentally wasn't recording, but we are here for my weekly makeup basket. Please make sure you stay and enjoy the products I picked. Here we go. Okay, I wanted to pick a couple things. I want to pick the makeup I want to wear for me personally, and then the makeup for her. So I think primers, foundations, we will have to pull out from the collection, and primer, foundation, concealer, basically base products we're gonna have to pick out. So it might be easier to just grab those, and then I for sure want to take this for my blush, bronzer, highlight, since this is my palette of the month, California in a Box Malibu Beach collection. So I know for sure we'll take that. She's gonna get her own mascara, so I don't have to worry about taking her one of mine that isn't open. She's gonna get her own. So we're just gonna use the mascaras that I have been using, which is the Better London Power Up, and I've been layering the Too Faced Better Than Sex over it. So we will go ahead and keep that. And then as far as brows go, I'm gonna keep take the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie. This one is in taupe, and that's like my go-to. And then my current brow gel is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. And yeah, all right, but I will take the Wonder Brow just in case I feel like using that as well. We'll keep these other products in here. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave that. I'm going to leave these palettes that I pulled last month just because I didn't get to use them very much. So I will use those again for another week. As well as these powders, but I do want to take the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Ooh, okay. And for setting spray, you know, we're taking the all-nighter. We got to call in the big guns, the big kahuna. Yeah, the rest of this stuff we will leave in, and we'll head over to my collection to shop my stash. Okay, here's my collection. I wanted to show you. She sent me some inspo pics. So I'm going to be doing my own makeup. And I've done some other people's makeup, but I'm not great at it. So I hope she's not expecting this out of me. But I am glad to see kind of what she has in mind. And she's not a makeup wearer, so I'll show you guys the pictures she sent me. So she sent me this one, and this one. So it looks like she wants a very light, kind of like a pink smoky eye, a light flush to the cheeks, and a like minimum contour, and just kind of more of a natural look, which makes sense because she said she doesn't wear a lot of makeup. So that's what we are going to keep in mind for pulling products. So for eyes, I immediately think of a couple of palettes. The first one being the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. I mean, if that doesn't say bridal makeup, I just don't know what does. So that's, I think we'll take. I also think that this Maybelline, the Nudes of New York, this is actually a really pretty one as well. And I think, but it's not pink. Those were like clearly pink colors, weren't they? So maybe we won't grab that. Another one that is kind of, this is what I wore on my wedding, the Lorac Mega Pro 3, and it looks like this, but again, not as heavy on the pink tone. It has like the mauve shades at the top, but still not super pink. So I'm trying to think like what else. I think this Violet Voss is more like a neutral palette. Ooh, that has the pinks in it too though. I like that it's more brown, and it would probably mix well with the Too Faced Natural Lust. Let's put them side by side. That might be a good variety to have. Yeah, okay, so these are our 2 contenders so far. And a lot of these have a color story that is not necessarily wedding pink. I really like the Lorac palettes. These are a really good neutral palette, super easy to smoke out. So that is the 3. But I think these other ones might be kind of dark for her. This is the 4. And this is the 2? Yeah, 2. So, Lorac's not winning today. All right, let's just pull those 2 out and let's see if we have any shimmers over here. All right, so shimmers that kind of come to mind, or pigments, I should say. Oh, I think this can be too dark. So her skin tone is a little bit lighter than mine. Yeah, it's gonna be too dark. All right, let's grab MAC Tan Pigment. This one would be stunning, and actually another one that would be, it's a dupe for it that might be easier to use. We'll take both, is L'Oreal Amber Rush would be also, they're pretty similar, but those would be really pretty. Also, Urban Decay Solstice, which is in here. Ooh, this would be super pretty to take as well. Love this. Love this. Let's switch containers. Alright, so there is Solstice. And actually, what I just thought about as I was switching containers, this one, the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Palette 3. This would be like pretty inner corners or maybe shimmer shades as well. Ooh, let's take that too. And I'm just going to take like alcohol so I can sanitize the makeup. Because I'm sure like my other family, like the other family members, like especially the young girls, will be like, okay, I'm next. So I'll take sanitizer to sanitize my makeup. And then those ColourPop ones, I think we'll skip out on those. So I think we're in a good spot as far as eyes go. And she'll have her own mascara, liner, and lip products. I should double check that she has lip products. Yeah, alright, let's move down to base products. Alright, so as far as primers go, actually guys, after this video, I'm going to record the declutter / refresh of the rest of my collection. So hopefully that will be up next week. But last week I posted a day in my life from the 4th of July. And I also posted first impressions of the new makeup that I hauled recently. So check those out if you missed them. Next week will be a TJ Maxx haul and organization video, and then the declutter refresh. There might not be a weekly makeup basket next week. I think I might run out of time on filming it. I'm gonna try, but just know, heads up, there might not be one. Okay, so I really want to go with a classic here, which is the Laura Mercier. This is the foundation, primer, and radiance. I'm not sure her skin type, but I think this would be beautiful regardless of her skin type, and this is such a classic product. So we will pull that, and it's out, we'll be outside obviously, so it might be kind of hot. I think for what I'm thinking is we're gonna have to layer her products so that it kind of stays all day. Maybe this might be a good color. Not sure her color. The L'Oreal True Match. This is the hydrating, but I like that this is kind of a natural coverage, and for someone who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, that might be more of a comfort zone. So we'll pull that. And for me, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the L'Oreal, this is the Pro Glow Infallible in 202, one of my favorite foundations, but I'm going to use that for myself. And I think the other thing I'm going to do is grab out a couple, okay, I'm just going to take a few options. So these are Project Pan items that we'll take just to have some other options. So we'll take the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear, and then we'll also take the Estee Lauder Lauder Double Wear Nude Cushion Stick. I think from all of these options for her, we'll be able to mix and match and find something that works. And all of these foundations have medium natural finishes, so I think they'll mix well together, and I think they'll all look pretty on the skin individually or mixed together. So why don't we just grab that? We'll just kind of take a lot of makeup just so there's options and go from there. So that I think is going to be good for foundation. To set everything, I'm going to take 2 products. Actually, I'm going to take the Born This Way Ethereal Powder. Actually, this might not be great. I don't know a lot of details on the wedding because it's Jared's side of the family, and I don't know how you guys work in your relationships, but I kind of do the communication for my family. He does the communication for his family, and then we just relay what's going on or what we need to know and give each other like kind of like a sum up of what's happening. So I don't have all the details, and I'm working with no offense to men, but sometimes they forget details. So I did actually end up just start texting her just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And Jared does do a really good job of keeping me in the loop. So I'm not trying to throw him out. But that's why I'm like, I think this, I think that, I'm not sure about this. But I'm going to just go ahead and take the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder. This one is beautiful. It has a natural finish, and I think it plays well probably with a lot of skin types. So we'll pull that. And then the other thing that I was thinking we would pull is the Makeup Forever. And I was thinking this just because it's going to add a little bit of coverage, and it's going to kind of matte the face a little bit more. So I might do like a combo of both colors. But the one that I have is Y225. I love this product, and it's definitely one that I see myself repurchasing in the future once I finish it up. But I love this. We'll go ahead and grab that, and I think that will be pretty good for here. So let's go to concealers. Okay, for concealers, I want to grab something that is light in color and also light in coverage, because I don't want the under eyes to get like crepey or you know, you just, if there's crying or, you know, things, you want everything to look nice. So let's go ahead and pull the CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Undercover, and this particular one is in Classic Ivory. This one is gorgeous, and a little bit adds a nice coverage, but I think it would be nice to just go ahead and have this one on hand, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. Y'all see how drugstore is coming through for us. I mean, we got some high end, obviously, but we got a lot of drugstore holding us down over here. So we will pull that out, and I honestly think that's it. I need to pull lips for me, so let's do that. Okay, I have a couple in my drawer that I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna text her after this to make sure she has some lip products on hand. But you know, I have to have my Melted. This is the Melted Queen Bee. Classic, I always go to this, but I also have my brighter pinks that I've hauled recently. I'll have those on hand just to see, you know, how we feeling that day, how we feeling. But I think that's gonna be it for lips, so we'll go down to face products. Okay, I'm just gonna choose kind of classics in this area because I want to know that I can trust all the products. So the first one is going to be, of course, these two. We have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Okay, we're good. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Tarte Park Avenue Princess. And this particular butter bronzer is just in their bronzer. So this is what the Tarte one looks like. And I like this one because you can kind of contour with it, which is amazing. And then this is super nice and buildable. And it's just a very friendly bronzer to all skin types. And they have obviously different tones to purchase. But I love these, and I'll grab it. I had a lot of products sitting to the side for video ideas, and what I found was I was neglecting them. So I moved everything back into my collection, and I figured I can pull those products again when I'm ready to film the videos. So the butter bronzer was sitting to the side for a while, so I'm really excited to give it some use. And then as far as highlighters, we got to go with the classic Laura Mercier Highlight 01. You can tell I am pulling some tried and true products because of how much pan they all have, but I love them, so we'll pull that. And I'm trying to think what else would be nice to grab. I think I'm really leaning towards this Lorac because it has a little bit of something to it, but it's not super intense. I pulled this recently in a weekly makeup basket, but this is the Starlight, and I just think that this one is just very user-friendly, and you can build it up to be intense, but you can also keep it pretty light. So we will grab that out. All right, for blush, you know what I'm gonna use? Tarte Expose. Y'all, it's not a wedding makeup look without Tarte Expose. Hello? Hello? So we're gonna use Tarte Exposed. But let me have like another option on hand. Actually, I think I know which one it's gonna be. Let's go with Milani Luminoso Classic. I think that one would be gorgeous as well. Even if we did Luminoso with the Laura Mercier, that would add like a nice highlight without being extremely like highlighted, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and grab that. And this is Jared's older sister. So she's a couple years older than Jared. So I don't know her exact age. I know it's like early 40s. And you know, early 40s, you gotta, I feel like this in I'm about to be 34. I feel like now even, like, you just have to start going lighter with the layers of makeup, or else things just start settling in things, and then it ends up making you look older than younger. So I'm trying to keep in mind that even though I am pulling a lot of product, it's more so pulling a lot of product for options, but the actual application is going to be really light and simple because we want her skin to look flawless and not having products settle into fine lines and that kind of thing. Which is really funny with makeup because I feel like sometimes people look younger without makeup than they do with makeup, and I think that's just all about application, if that makes sense. So I definitely want to have options with the makeup, but I think it's going to be a very light, pretty makeup application. All right, and then the final thing, I want to just have this on hand, the Smashbox. This is the Step by Step Contour Palette, and this is just a classic to have around just to contour, bronze, highlight. I mean, it's a very subtle, easy to use product, so we'll, again, having options, have that on hand. So, okay, let me show you the spread. Oh, little baby. Morty. So if you guys are new here, you might not know Lily, the brown dog that's been in the last few videos, we co-share her. So Jared adopted or found Lily. Actually, she was like a stray dog he found 8 years ago. And he was with his ex when he found, well, now ex, wasn't ex at the time. And so they raised Lily together, and obviously they split up. We've been together almost 4 years, and they were split for like a year before that. So they've been co-sharing her for 5 years. And when I first got with him, I thought it was weird because I was like, you still talk to your ex? But as time goes on, Lily is such a sweet dog that I'm like, I get it. I wouldn't want to let her go either. So we just trade off, like, we'll have her for 3 to 4 months, then his ex will have her 3 to 4 months, and we just go back and forth. And then she takes Lily to the vet, and then Jared just pays half of that bill. So it's actually really nice. But Morty's back to being king of the castle. Look at him. He's already living it up. But anyways, here is what we have picked out. So we have a pretty nice spread of makeup. So let's just go over one more time. Let's go over in the order that I personally like to apply makeup. So I like to do primer. So we have the Laura Mercier Radiance. And then we have these options for foundation that we talked about. So we have those 4 options for foundation, and then we have the 2 concealer options. And then I like to set everything, so we have the Hourglass and we have the Makeup Forever. So that's going to be pretty much base as far as foundation goes. And then after that we have 2 highlighter options, 2 blush options, 2 bronzer options, and then the contour. Again, this one's for me, not sharing lip products. Yeah, okay, so these are all of the options for eyeshadow. So a pretty good spread. And then we also have some pigment and single eyeshadows, just to add a little bit of extra to the eyelid. Typically when I do my makeup, I do face first, but now as I'm talking through this, we might do the eyes first. Since we are using pigment, we want to be able to clean up anything that falls. So that is what we're looking for, eyes. And actually, I just remembered I probably need brow products for her, and I think honestly what I've pulled out is going to be a good option for her as well. Again, she is using her own mascara. And then we set everything with the all-nighter. So here are our brow options. And then I'm just taking this for me because I actually really love this palette. The second time around for palette of the month, I'm just obsessed with it. But that is pretty much what we're looking like as far as makeup that we're going to take with us. So I thought the next thing we would do is put it in like makeup bags. And my brushes I need to clean tonight. I need to do it tonight. Oh my gosh, most of them are dirty, so I need time for them to dry. So we won't pick brushes in this video, but let's go ahead and pack this makeup up. I got this bag off Amazon a couple years ago. I hauled it when I got it, but it's from Amazon, and it's nice because it's really hard and it's really protected. And then you flip up, there's a spot for brushes, so I will put my brushes there for sure. And then there is a spot over here, and that's typically I have this Mary Kay mirror. Wonder where that's at. Okay, I was pulling out this bin. If you watch my beauty room organization that I did maybe like a month or 2 ago at this point, you can see how I have things organized. But I went to pull out my mirror and I saw all these bags and thought, you know what, it might be a good idea to put these glass foundations and concealers in here. Well, the concealers aren't glass, but you know what I mean, just put it all in there. So I think that was a good idea. Oh, I forgot. I've been going through my house and cleaning and reorganizing and putting stuff in rooms that it needs to go in, even if that room's not exactly organized. And I totally forgot I have this bag that I had moved into my beauty room. It's just for like anything, but I thought it would be good for makeup. So this might be a good option for makeup brushes as well. So sometimes it gets too full on the top and then it's hard to close. So that could be something separate. All right, so let's see. And this bag contains pretty important stuff. Is this super old Ipsy bag? Oh, we gotta grab some of our, there are some goodies in here we need to grab. We need to grab the Extra Light e.l.f. This is the Fair Beige Camo Concealer. I just love how much it brightens under my eyes. And we also need to grab out these bright lipsticks that I have recently purchased. I have worn this one from Maybelline 100 Magenta Affair, and I loved it. The formula is really pretty. Still need to try out the Maybelline 379 Fuchsia for me. It's more of a matte color, so I need to use that for sure. But let's throw those in here for me, and then let's put the concealer in. I think I am gonna have to go ahead and put the brushes in here because as you can see, this is like filled to the brim. Absolutely full, but I'm excited. It's actually really heavy as well, but I think we did really well today. I think we have a lot of good options. We have a lot of tried and true products to use, and I have a couple of days, you know, I don't know, I have some time before we go. So I have time to kind of think about this or switch things out if I decide to, but I think I'm pretty good with these products. So woo-woo! I know this is a different weekly makeup basket for you guys, but I thought that you would like packing this with me and going along with me on it. And then I'll also do an unpack with me when we get back, and then I can kind of talk through what we actually ended up doing and wearing, and maybe insert pictures if she's okay with it. I can at least insert pictures of us. But yeah, that's all I have. Again, there may or may not be a weekly makeup basket next week. We'll just see how I feel. But there will be 2 new videos next week. TJ Maxx haul and organization, and also the declutter / refresh. So whoop. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are all doing well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.